We can all bow down and take a water. In case my sound was too low, Jai Shri Mataji, everyone. Good evening. We can all bow down and take a banda. We can bring our attention to the Muladhara chakra and take Shri Ganesha's mantra.
श्री गणेश स्तुतिः। निर्विघ्नमस्तु सुमुखश्चैकदन्तश्च कपिलो गजकर्णकः लम्बोदरश्च विकटो विघ्ननाशो गणाधिपः धूम्रकेतुर्गणाध्यक्षो भालचन्द्रो गजाननः द्वादशैतानि नामानि यः पठेत् शृणुयादपि विद्यारम्भे विवाहे च प्रवेशे निर्गमे तथा सङ्ग्रामे सङ्कटे चैव विघ्नस्तस्य न जायते वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
We now bring our attention to the Hamsa chakra.
Fourth Pitha, Hamsa Chakra. Inner ten spoked, Shri Antar Dashara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Antar Dashara Namo Namaha. The one that protects, Shri Sarva Rakshakara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarva Rakshakara Namo Namaha. The goddess who controls the three worlds, Shri Tripura Malini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Tripura Malini Namo Namaha. The one which is all-knowing, Shri Sarvajna. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarvajna Namo Namaha. All-powerful, Shri Sarva Shakti Prada. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarva Shakti Prada Namo Namaha. The giver of all the bounties. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarveshwarya Prada Namo Namaha. The knower of all knowledge, Shri Sarvajnana Mayi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarvajnana Mayi Namo Namaha. The destroyer of all diseases, Shri Sarva Vyadhi Vinashini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarva Vyadhi Vinashini Namo Namaha. The support of all, Shri Sarvadhara Swarupa. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarvadhara Swarupa Namo Namaha. The destroyer of all sins, Shri Sarva Papahara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sakshat Shri Sarvananda Mayi Namo Namaha. The one who protects all beings, Shri Sarva Raksha Swarupini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarva Raksha Swarupini Namo Namaha. The giver of all the fruits or rewards, Shri Sarvipsita Phala Prada. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarvipsita Phala Prada Namo Namaha. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
We will now listen Topofshi Mataji on Hamsa Chakra from Canada, 1992.
Today we are going to worship the Hamsa Chakra. So far we have been always worshipping a deity, and time we are worshipping this center of Hamsa. Now this chakra is, placed between the two eyebrows. Now two eyes represent the left and the right side. So this center is very much guided by our eyes, by our ears, by our nose, tongue, teeth, throat. Is a very important center because the Vishuddhi, which has to look after 16 petals, which look after all these ear, nose, throat, different organs within us. Also it has to communicate with the Virat, So it has to pass through this center of Hamsa Chakra. Hamsa Chakra is the very pivotal center which expresses auspiciousness in our awareness. That means if this center is alert and awakened, then we immediately know what is auspicious and what is not auspicious. Or we can call it, we get the divine discretion. I think it is a part of the genetics that people have discretion between good and bad, destructive and constructive. It is basically has to be there. But we can easily spoil it by all these organs which are collecting the conditionings and the ego from outside. That's why this center is very vulnerable. Other centers are not so much connected outside, as this center is connected and receives all the information from all these organs. For example, the eyes now here. Eyes are very important because they say this is the window of the spirit. And you have seen that when Kundalini rises and spirit starts shining, there is a dilatation of the pupils and you look like an innocent child and there's a twinkle in your eyes. But the way we play with our eyes all the time, the way we use it indiscreetly, with our lust and greed, we can spoil the center very badly. Once we start taking to destructive things in our life, we immediately become akin, or we start accepting whatever is wrong, whatever is destructive, very easily. I feel this is some sort of a genetic defect, because in certain people they will not accept anything that is stupid, idiotic or destructive. But in certain people they are very prone and very easily can be taken to things which are absurd, which are stupid, and which are definitely destructive. This can become a very collective acceptance also. And once it becomes a collective acceptance, it starts penetrating throughout. It does not only have the effect of absorption, but also it has an effect of affecting other things. Say a person whose eyes are what we call flirtish or roving eyes. Such a person, if he goes to one group of people who do not know what flirting is, who do not know what roving eyes is, with steady eyes, he can influence those people and can make some of them of the same kind. So what happens really is this, that this is a very good door for all kinds of bhoots to enter, entities to enter. And when you start projecting it back, the same bhoots can pass into another person and can create the same kind of vacuum or same kind of vulnerability in the Hamsa chakra of other people. So that's why eyes have to be very, very clean, innocent. Another you can see is what you hear. Some people, if they hear something nonsensical, they'll just put their hands to their ears. They don't want to hear anymore. But there are some people who like it and go on enjoying it. Ultimately, they become servile, or we can say conditioned, that they like all these horrible things that normally a human being won't like. Now also you must have seen that people who, like French people, I think they have no discretion of smell. They smell so awful, but they eat all rotten food, rotten cheese, absolutely rotten wines, but they never smell it. Anybody in their company can smell it, even their hands smell of their rotten cheese. You can't just smell it. But they have lost the power. In the same way, in our country, we have a caste called sweepers who do all the cleaning of dirty things with their hands. They have no sense of smell. They have lost the sense of smell. The nose has lost that smell sense. They cannot smell anything dirty. That's how they can do their work. So if you start also not being alert to fragrance, I have seen that there are certain things people use made of tobacco. They are supposed to be very good, very famous brands of perfumes like tabak and all that. So once they start liking that kind of a thing, then they have other things like poison and other horrible things which there's horrible smell in it. Apart from that, first you smell is alcohol, is a spirit. But they don't mind because they see in that a very congenial type of a pleasure. But these pleasures ultimately can kill all the cells of the nose, and afterwards one may even lose the sense of smell. One of the joy-giving organ is the sense of smell. When the Kundalini rises in many people, they get a fragrance of many things. Some people get of gugul, or sometimes they get of a fragrance of sandalwood or something, which is a very natural essence of flowers or maybe of some woods. But these unnaturally made things which are actually destructive to your cells of smelling, that is what they start using. And once you start using these kind of things, then what happens that you don't feel any bad smell anywhere, like animals. But so many animals can smell, if not, they don't call it bad or good, but they can smell. Even that sensitivity of good and bad smell we human beings have got is lost. So whatever is our ascent as human beings, at what a level we have gone, start completely disappearing gradually, one by one. Then same with the throat. If the throat is using bad languages and is being used for abusing people, showing temper on people, or anything of aggression, or sometimes people take things which can also spoil the throat by their destructive qualities like alcohol, especially the smoking. If you smoke, then the throat gets vulnerable and the sweetness of your voice is lost. Then they speak with a hoarse voice. But this is all external. It starts becoming external. Mouth smells with that, and also the teeth react to all such things which we take without discretion about. Because that's the fashion, because it is marketing well, because it is advertised. That means we have not got our own wisdom, our own personality. But when this center is awakened, then what you develop is a discretion. As I was telling them yesterday how the word Hamsa has come for this center. Because there's a Sanskrit very beautiful couplet which says that a swan is white and a crane is a white bird. What is the difference between the swan and a crane? The answer is that when you mix milk with water, the swan will just suck in the milk while the crane has no discretion, no vivek. This discretionary power, once we start losing, we start becoming just like a rabbit, I would say. Because we have no personality. Anybody can brainwash us. And the more they tell us about our discretion, we listen to them. That explains why people, so many thousands of people, go to all these false gurus. Thousands of people, why did they take to homosexuality and got into AIDS? Why thousands of people have taken to drugs? It is unbelievable, incredible. Why people have taken to all these things are destroying their life. They see a man going into the pub, coming out and falling down on the ground with all his purse being emptied. But they go with the purse, see that they have sufficient money to go inside the pub, again come out to fall down on the street. Whatever idiotic or nonsensical other people are doing, when you see they are idiotic, you pay money to become idiotic. One pays money to destroy oneself. Go out of the way. It is so unnatural for anyone. I mean, even a dog or a cat or any animal knows where is the danger is. They can smell the danger. And they run away because they have to preserve their lives. They think their lives are precious and they must live and live well. But this ordinary common sense starts missing. And they will say, what's wrong? What's wrong in this? What's wrong in that? That means the genetics of the Ahamsa are missing. Now you should see there is no deity on the Hamsa chakra. But it is the formless energy of so many organs which are looked after by Buddha, Mahavira, Christ, Sri Krishna. 4 of them managed by Sri Ganesha. So these genetics are put by Sri Ganesha because he is the source of wisdom. So first, once they spoil their Muladhara, the wisdom is finished. Basis, the fundamentals are finished. That's why immoral life is very detrimental to our life, because we lose our discretion. The discretion is lost. Then if you can awaken Sri Ganesha in the Hamsa Chakra, then suddenly you belong to the higher race of Sajogis. It's surprising, I've seen people overnight give up their drugs. Very immoral people become extremely moral because of this chakra being suddenly awakened. And the light of the spirit is best expressed through this chakra in everyday life, in the collective life also. One starts then seeing the point, as we say. Like now in Sahajogas, we have different problems also. Say when people first come to Sahajoga, they start watching other people and starting finding their faults, what's wrong with them. They never see what they are here for. They are not here to find out faults with others, but to correct your own defects. So they say, oh, this man is no good, that man is no good, this is wrong. They start creating problems also. They'll talk to each other saying, oh, this man is not good, that man is not good, try to create groups and things. They are here to work for what? For creative politics or for your ascent. Some of them, if they do not do all this, then they think we should start to make some money out of it or some sort of a thing. Or some start criticizing others about something which is not their concern. So they forget, because they are just now coming to Sahaja and their genetics are not established of their wisdom. They start worrying about things which are not their worry, which they should not bother about. Then some of them start thinking, oh, I am the leader, or why am I not the leader? So they start finding fault with the leadership. Sometimes leader also can feel, oh, I am the leader, I can be very stern, very disciplinary, and I can control people, I can do this. They have come here to learn how to love, to be compassionate, to be tolerant. The sense of leadership and also of obedience, both are discretionary. If somebody says something to you, and if you obey that person for your benevolence, you will subtly understand that it is for your good. If some leader says that this is wrong with you, try to see if it is wrong, instead of feeling hurt about it. Yes, it is wrong with me. So what should I do? How can I improve myself? Ask the leader, or you can write to me or do anything. But no, they will not do it. Immediately they'll write a letter to me saying this leader is such and such bad fellow, he's so this thing, he ate that money, he ate that thing, and all kinds of things. Or else they may tell people, oh, mother listens to this fellow, he's no good, he's just telling mother stories and mother listens. And mother is not such a fool. She knows about everything. So all these things that we have gathered from our previous life, even after our second birth, we carry a little bit, like an egg becomes a bird, but still lots of things of the egg are hanging on to his body. So you have to cleanse it. So at this point, when you have got your realization, the first discussion should be, how am I going to achieve that state of spirit, the pure spirit? Instead of that, also people get lost because they have no discretion. With this enlightenment, first thing that happens, I've seen with people, their eyes are fixed. They don't roll their eyes much now. They have very innocent eyes. Otherwise, they are really mad, those people who go on looking at everything like this. There's no difference between a madman and him. You put one madman, he does the same, and a person who is like that does the same. And it's such a crazy thing to do. But immediately, it is such a spontaneous thing. It's like the light coming in the room. It is so spontaneous that you start seeing things clearly. No, this is not. Before, in the garden, you would go and collect all the thorns and put them in your body. That was the situation. Never looked at the flowers. And suddenly, after realization, you'll be amazed. You just see flowers and don't bother about thorns. Or if you find, you take them out. There is joy even before realization and after realization, but there is no capacity to enjoy. That capacity comes to you after realization. And the main thing that happens to you is the discretion. Then, like the swan, you just take the milk of everything. At everything, your attitude becomes very different. Start seeing things in a different angle. Like once we had to go to one very ancient temple to see some art. Me, my son-in-law and my daughter, we were walking up. We had to walk for miles up the hill. And they were very tired, so we went into one temple and just laid down ourselves. They were so tired. At that time I said, see these elephants, see how beautiful they are. Everyone has a different type of a tail and a different type of a trunk. The poses are different. So many of them are like that. My son-in-law said, Baba, we are so tired. How are you looking at these things? Because attention didn't go to my tiredness, but to those beautiful things. Same thing, you start sucking in the milk. There is joy, but you cannot feel the joy because the power, that subtle power of divine discretion is not there. Once that comes in, you start enjoying everything. It's just the same. Life is just the same. Nothing has changed. Same house, same family, same city, same environment. But you start enjoying. Because the sensitivity of your Hamsa chakra is now only for divine discretion, and you immediately know, and then you don't want to do anything with the thorns. Only want to gather flowers, and you know how to gather flowers, and you are in joy. So the light of the Spirit which shines through your Hamsa chakra gives you wisdom. Wisdom doesn't mean that you know how to argue things or you fight with people. No, it doesn't mean that. Wisdom means how you take to the good side of everything to enjoy it. This is wisdom. And that you avoid all destructive things and take to something constructive. Now you are going, say, on a road, and it's written there is danger. Before realization, they will say, all right, let's see what is danger. They will jump into it and say that we have got nirvana by killing themselves. Such explanations. But a sensible man will say, oh no, danger, go back. What's the harm? After all. He preserves himself. He respects his life because he knows now he has become the instrument of God. So wisdom comes to you automatically, but through experience, then you know this is the right path. Through experience, you start understanding. Nowadays, I'm telling all these things to you. Say, if 20 years back I never talked of these things to them, because I knew if I start talking, they'll say, oh, she's talking something out of the blue, God knows if it is true or not. But once the wisdom becomes transparent and you start seeing through it everything very clearly, makes your mind absolutely clear, then anybody who tells things of wisdom, you never feel bad about it. On the contrary, you thank that I'm so lucky that I can hear about these things, such nice things. And also those sayings start giving you joy. So with the ear, you hear so many things. Used to hear the same things, might be hearing so much music, everything before also. But it never gave you joy. Now because of this transformation, the same music which you heard before now makes you feel as if you are in the seventh heaven. It gives you ecstasy. The poetry, which was quite mundane, ordinary. People told me, Mother, it was such a headache to read William Blake in those days. But now we love it. We read it like Bible. Because now you have developed new sight, new hearing power. All these are called in Sanskrit the atindriya, means the organs which are subtle organs within us. So eyes have a subtle organ, ears have a subtle organ, and these subtle organs then start emitting such responses to all the surroundings that you just gather whatever is beautiful. Say it is very dark. Normally you will be frightened. But if it is very dark, you say, oh, it's very good. How we are enjoying, it's such a venture something. We will go slowly, slowly holding each other's hand. Supposing it is very hot, then if somebody else, people may start, I don't know what they would do. Another would just say, oh, it's quite nice day. You see, it's nice sometimes to have hot is also very good. Like that. If it is cold, the other way around. So thus you start enjoying every aspect which is supposed to be very, very bad for others. To you, you know the aspect of that what is to be enjoyed. That part which is to be enjoyed. And once you know how to do it, then you say we are swimming in the ocean of joy. The ocean is the same. But now you are just touching those beautiful drops of ambrosia which are in that ocean. And the rest are worried of getting drowned. Same ocean, same world. That's why they say it's a Maya. But after this discretion is shining, there's no Maya. You start enjoying. It's like this, supposing you drop somebody in the ocean. He'll be so frightened and he'll die before even he's sunk really. But supposing a person there is with all his things to watch, and he is the one who is going to see all the beauty of the underworld. He's very nicely secured. He's got beautiful glasses and all that, and he's wearing nice pedals. He doesn't have to bother. He just goes there, nicely enjoys everything, takes photographs. The ocean is the same. For him or for the one who is dropped in the ocean. But the one who is secured, one who has all the equipments, the one who knows what is to be seen, is enjoying it. In the same way, you are equipped with wisdom, with security, and you know what you are doing. The same thing starts becoming so very beautiful and enjoyable. I have seen how Sahaja-yogis enjoy everything, even if somebody is shouting or saying something in a hall. I've seen all the Sahaja-yogis start laughing. You know. He's poor man trying his level best to condemn everything. And here all the Sahaja-yogis just laughing at him, doing nothing, and that fellow runs away. It is something so, they are enjoying his stupidity. So the whole attitude of life is so changed because of this Hamsa Chakra. And you are not even aware that you have developed that wisdom automatically. Then you start also consolidating it and making it your own enlightened faith, because every time you see whatever you believe in just works out. You see, suddenly you find that things are brought to you without your knowledge, without any effort, which you have been trying to get to. People suddenly meet you and you are helped. So many things happen. Recently somebody came from India and he had said that I would like to meet somebody at Milan station. So we sent somebody, but he was wearing a very small little badge, so this gentleman couldn't see him. And he was watching for somebody there. Suddenly he saw one gentleman standing like a Sahaja, very relaxed, watching everybody, not running, not upset. He went and asked him, "Did you come for me?" Yes. I was wondering, I thought it is you only who has come. So you make them out because their styles are different, their standing methods are different, their talking is different, the way they behave. It's all, you see, it's a miracle the way the whole life and personalities change. Once my husband had taken a Sahaja-yogi to a library, in British library, and people are very rude there. So they were late by about 1 or 2 minutes and it was closing down. The fellow just started shouting at him. So the Sahaja-yogi said, "Yes, I agree, you see we are late, but you know these traffics don't understand any laws that this library closes at this time, you know. They don't understand the traffic, you see, they wouldn't listen to us. We told them the library is closing, you see." The fellow started. But they wouldn't understand, it's so important, you know, the traffic was stopping us. And we are sorry, we are here so late, but next time we'll not do like that. The fellow got absolutely so flabbergasted and the whole thing melted away. He said, "All right, come along." He opened the library for 1 hour after that. So the wisdom of handling people, wisdom of talking to them, wisdom of handling your jobs, everything starts working out. And if it doesn't work, you don't feel bad. You think what to do, the other fellow is not a Sahaja-yogi. We tried. It's what can be done. Like this time when we were coming, there was a nice gentleman who has done such a guy, something like a manager in the KLM and all that. So he came and told me there's a little difficulty that there's no seat for others, only 3 persons and first class can go. It's impossible, he's a friend of mine, he just can't help. I said, all right. I went and sat on the chair, I did like this. Only, I think 3 times must have. Oh, there are 6 seats already there. From where did they come up? So then you start seeing one point very clearly, there is this all-pervading power which is very active, which is watching us. All the great saints are managing things. Or sometimes you feel as if the angels are with you. How they are guiding things, how they are helping us, how they are there, how it is working out. Then you start seeing all that. Then you start knowing it and believing in it. Then this discussion settles down. Till that stage it is settled down, it's quite possible that Sahaja-yogis might slip out of Sahaja Yoga. I have known many that they come to Sahaja Yoga and they slip out on small points like that. Some other Sahaja Yogi of their style only can say something harsh to them, they slip out. Because on the periphery we have all kinds of people. And on the periphery if you stop and somebody says something to you, then they drop out. Because they have not reached that state of discretion, that this is the right place I'm in. If another is wrong, he'll get out. Why should I get out? The growth is only possible when your hamsa is put right. Without that, till you are completely there, it's very difficult. But once the hamsa is established, I have seen people become really very dedicated. As you know, it's a very big organization we have all over the world. I have no secretary, I have no organization, I have nothing like a office also. But everything, everybody is my secretary. Everybody is working it out on their own. They are identified with it. They are responsible for it. I don't have, I'm like a plug, they put me here, all right, there, it's all right, wherever they put me. I have only this much of discretion that they are my children, they'll not do anything to harm me. They'll look after me. Sometimes, of course, it could be quite hectic, could be very fast movement, whatever else, but I don't mind. Because they are doing so much for Sahaja Yoga. And they want to do it more and more. And they are so responsible. So, I respect it. Sometimes people say, Mother, what a horrible schedule you have, we can't bear to see it, you see it's too much, how will you do this? I can do it. Because I have absolute faith in their identification with Sahaja Yoga. They are not cheats, they are not hypocrites, they are not doing for their own being, own self. But they are doing it to help Sahaja Yoga, to help others. So the identification that you develop with other wrong things just drops out. Then you start identifying yourself with beautiful things because you start getting the fragrance of the beauty. Then you start enjoying that beauty and your heart starts opening out. All this joy and all these things are not possible if your hamsa is still infected with ego or with conditionings. We have so many conditionings, like Hindus, like Christians, like this, like that. These conditionings are so much. Such false things we are following. But once we give up all these conditionings in the faith that we are doing it for our benevolence, this chakra opens out very well. Without this, agya cannot open. I mean, you see, it's an entry to agya. It's entry to Vishuddhi. It's entry to all the chakras of your head, the pithas that are there. So it's so important to keep your Hamsa chakra clean. I have also told lots of things that can keep the Hamsa chakra clean, which you all should use. I mean, on the physical level. Also on mental level, I have told you what you have to do is to study your mind. See the beauty of anything and not the vulgarity of it, not the utility of it, but the beauty. Slowly, slowly you'll find your eyes will become cleaner and cleaner. People are now so much in Sahaja Yoga because of their depth, maybe because of their seeking, maybe because of their purva janmas, maybe, or whatever it is. But this Hamsa chakra does the greatest thing, about which I do not know if you are aware or not, that whatever are your karma phalas are finished. You are not responsible for your forefathers' karma phalas, your country's karma phalas, or your own personal karma phalas. Whatever wrong you have done is finished, as if you are cut off from your past completely. Once this is established, then all mistakes, all wrongdoings, not only of you, of your relations, of your forefathers, of your family, of your country, of this world, anything doesn't touch you. You are aloof from it. And in this Kruti Yuga, where this Brahma Chaitanya is trying to expose and to punish people for their past karmas, collectively also, country-wise also, will not be able to even touch you. Because the light of this center is extremely powerful. And you will be redeemed of all the fears of whatever you have done before. You'll just be beautiful like lotuses which have come out of the mire, and you will emit beautiful fragrance all around the world. May God bless you. Some water.
Jai Shri Mataji for participating in this meditation. We can all bow down to Shri Mataji. Good evening, everyone.